For all the latest updates, subscribe to News9.
Hello, you are watching News9 Digital with me, Amrita, and I'm going to be talking about the Indian Army's latest decision to ban 89 applications for use by its personnel, citing security concerns. Now, the list includes Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, WeChat, and several other apps, including dating apps. Now, the ban by the Indian Army has not been announced after the Modi-led government announced a blanket ban on 59 Chinese apps across India. The ban has existed since long before the decision by the Modi government. But why is it important for the Indian Army to ban use of several such commonly used social media platforms for use by its personnel? This is how Air Marshal B.K. Murli explains it to us.
Banning of the social media and also removal of the apps, including the 59 Chinese apps, has got comes with a lot of thinking by the Raksha Mantralaya, because this is in the interest of national security, as a large information with respect to the formations and the movement of troops and acquisition of various weapons and the characteristics and use of weapons and also the acquisition plan that is on the anvil by the Raksha Mantralaya can be very easily leaked out.
Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and even dating platforms are commonly used by several of us, and giving up these platforms is not easy. However, when used by the security personnel, there is crucial information at risk of being exposed and vulnerable to hacking. But what exactly is this information which is at risk, and how far is it really dangerous?
The most sensitive information in respect of the formations, the battalions, the platoons, the mountain, the divisions, the corps, the brigades, and who is actually at the helm of the affairs and what kind of a war strategy they have. These are the things that actually, if it falls into the wrong hands, can be extremely dangerous for the nation. In fact, exactly a similar problem with the Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force. Now, that is the reason why the Army has now decided that all the serving personnel, officers included, will actually delete their Facebook accounts and Instagram accounts.
Crucial information regarding defense equipment details, their location, even as much as intranet of the entire South Block in New Delhi can be at risk from hackers. Now, there are several such examples on how social media used by important defense personnel has gone wrong in the past. For example, a BrahMos engineer was arrested for sharing crucial information regarding the defense equipment with a Pakistani handler. Police suspected that the engineer might have been a target of honey trap. This particular engineer was contacted by the Pakistani handler via social media. Now, email IDs are also very crucial, because for every login detail, we provide either our phone number or our email ID. Government officials or army personnel often have their government designated email IDs for official communication. However, several of them also have their own private email IDs, which might be based on Gmail, Hotmail, or any other platform. Now, any official communication which is taken out with the use of the private email IDs might be at risk of hacking as well. And while senior officials may not use their private email IDs, the same mistake can be made by officials in the lower rank.
They are not expected to use their personal Gmail IDs or Yahoo mail IDs or Rediff, as the case may be. They are not expected to use that. They are expected to use the Indian Army given mail IDs, which I think a large majority are using. But there are some who come back home and or maybe even from the office itself, they log on to the net and then start using their mail ID, which is very dangerous, which can be easily hacked, and the sensitive information can leak out.
Just in June, the Indian government had warned of massive cyber attack from Chinese-backed hackers. India happens to be the sixth most targeted country by Chinese hackers for cyber attacks. Moreover, just days after the Indian government made such a warning, NHAI reported that an hacking attempt was made on its server. However, the attempt was foiled and there was no data loss reported. Moreover, in 2013, data showed that half of the government websites are vulnerable to cyber attacks, according to a government empaneled security auditor. Now, given all of these factors, it is quite clear that cybersecurity is detrimental to national security. However, the ban has existed since several years. But the most difficult part is implementation and convincing of Indian Army personnel to give up their social media accounts. Given this, we need to wait and see how the Indian Army will ensure the cyber safety of its security personnel. You can leave your opinion in the comment section down below of what you think of cybersecurity in India. Also like, share and subscribe to News9 Digital.